MacPherson.
We are talking about, well, blogger with Meatless Mummy and Girl in a Boy House, and we've got 3 inspirational recipes here this morning.
Right.
And hopefully yummy.
They are very yummy. Now, one of the things people always talk about, because I'm a vegan and vegetarian food blogger, is they are not sure, right? You don't think it's going to taste very good. Oh, vegetarian food, you get these images. But honestly, you can eat your colors. There's so many delicious ways to eat vegetarian and vegan food.
And it all goes back to what we've been talking about all morning, is making your own food at home.
That's right, yeah, and really working from scratch. There's nothing like making your own delicious dish. You know what's gone into it. You know what that dressing contains. You know what, you know where everything comes from.
These two would agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So the first one is the Mexican salad in a jar.
Yes. Now
We
this.
love our
jar.
mason jars, don't we?
You know what? I love that jarred food. I love that trend. I will be so sad when that trend is gone. But it's such an easy thing to do. What you do is you put some dressing on the bottom, a nice zesty lime dressing. Top it with rice, beans, corn, and all sorts of vegetables. Top the if you like cilantro, not everyone likes cilantro. My husband hates cilantro, but you can put some cilantro in there. When you're ready to eat, you shake it up and
Shake it
go
up.
for it. Shake it up, yeah.
Throw it on a plate.
And you know
I
what?
love
It's a nutritional superstar, right? The rice and beans. It's such a classic global dish, and it's just so good for you. So full of protein, iron, vitamins.
I really like the jar method because you put the heartier things. You've got a little bit of starch and you've got your beans on the base, so they can really stand up to that vinegar. And the rest of your vegetables are
They
protected.
don't touch it. They don't even touch
very
it.
important because we've all mixed
You
up
don't
a
want it
salad and
soggy.
had it an hour later
You know
and
what
gone,
guy
what
doesn't-
happened?
The guy doesn't think that way.
I know.
Well, it's
That's
a good
why
thing
you have to
have
show the
3
No
picture.
pictures.
kidding.
tell you.
I'm just jugging it all in there
Yeah.
going, how come it's so soggy?
Yeah.
If I would have listened to Nicole.
Yeah, that's right. The rice, it can really, and
Love
in
the
fact,
idea.
it's even better with a little bit of dressing on it,
Yep.
right? So
Nice.
Soaks it up.
Smart.
And Valentine's Day coming up, so we've got chocolate strawberries.
Now this is the easiest thing to do. I thought that making chocolate covered strawberries was a whole process. You melt chocolate, you dip a strawberry in it, and you let it cool, and that is all there is to it, and it's just delicious. You can make it with simple, it's beautiful, and it's pretty romantic, right? If you want points with your loved ones, that's a good way to do it.
It's very romantic.
Maybe get some of that honey mead.
I was just going to
say. That's your date right there.
Hello.
So.
And zucchini chips.
Yes.
So instead of reaching for potato chips.
Oh, I am the worst potato chip addict. Like, I can really take or leave sweet stuff. But when it comes to salty food,
My favorite
there
too.
is no turn-off valve for me.
Yep.
Like, I will eat it until it's gone. And then you feel terrible, right? But this is, it's dehydrated zucchini with a little bit of vinegar, garlic, and dill, and it's
For flavoring.
just delicious. And it's good for you, right?
Yeah, and if you don't have a dehydrator, at our house in the summer, we just thinly slice them, a little bit of a nice quality oil, salt, pepper, and whatever your favorite seasoning is.
Yeah.
We lightly grill them on a very low heat.
Oh, on the grill.
Yeah, and you get a little bit of grill marks, and it kind of just dries them out.
Oh, that's
and
nice too.
Nice little crunch.
You can do it in the oven too. Yeah,
well.
as long as it's very, very low temperature. So.
Yeah, that's low, and the same size. Make sure they're the same size.
Yes, see, and I make kale chips as well, and I know
We've
I've
had that before.
Yes, and you know what? They're great if you do it at a very low temperature. But some people will go in, they'll put it at 400 degrees. Why is this singed? It's terrible. So keep it low and slow.
Way to make good food not fun.
Since we have you on here as a food blogger, we wanted to ask your opinion on this one. There was an article in the National Post you came across about kids eating patterns, behaviors.
Yes. Okay, so it was a discussion about the chicken finger and children's menus in general, and how that has really given us a generation of picky eaters. Because instead of going to a restaurant and eating what everybody else is eating, well, your children get these, very special, very bland meals that are just for them, and then that kind of carries on into your household cooking. So you say, oh, my kid's not going to eat this Mexican salad, so instead I'm just going to make them put some chicken fingers in the oven. And it's really, really sad. Like it's really telling on, our children, if a kid can sit down and eat a whole bag of, you know, spicy Doritos, they can eat spicy food, right? You know, they are not, it's not a strong flavor for
What was
them.
Sasha saying, that you have a 6-year-old who knows so much about fermentation? It's educating our kids.
In their elbows deep with the cabbage. And,
Amazing.
yeah, absolutely.
And I'm sure he eats it because he's helped make it, right?
Yeah, his favorite are the pickles. Yeah, absolutely.
go.
I lived
Yeah.
off of pickles growing up.
Yeah.
Just loved them, whole jar.
If you play with your food, you're going to
Yep.
enjoy it even that much more.
I think so, yeah.
Absolutely agree.